No, I don't mean Logan Paul or KSI or Tyler 1. I mean some real powerhouses. Characters, creatures, nostalgia critic. YouTubers have been a real tour de force when it comes to crafting unique characters for their videos. And I feel that these portrayals get underappreciated sometimes. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at these fun individuals in-universe. We'll track and list any powers they have, then assign a tier rating to them. Link in the description for the tiering system we'll be using. We won't completely ignore editing, of course, but just because somebody waves their hand around and some text appears doesn't mean that character has object creation powers. With all of that out of the way, this is power level. First, we'll be checking out one of my personal favorite channels, NerdCity. To the uninitiated, NerdCity is a down-the-rabbit-hole, exposed social commentary channel. They pretty much do whatever they want, with some of the best presentation and editing. Now there's two main characters we'll be taking a look at from their channel, the Devil and Dr. Downvote. The charming Devil is probably the first character on the NerdCity channel. For the most part, he's portrayed as a typical devil. Red skin, sharp horns, facial hair, etc. He has shown to be able to teleport multiple times and is able to teleport both himself and whatever he wants. However, in Ask the Devil number 1, it appears that the bags he teleported in have to go through heck first.
Are you happy now?
Oh, thank you so much.
You know I destroyed them, right? I mean, they literally go through hell when I bring them in. The freaking burger meat's all cooked in the package and the milk is ruined. Slim Jims are probably still good.
From this, it's fair to assume that he has limited teleportation abilities, as he can only beam in and out, to and from heck, respectively. Consequently, he has limited fire manipulation as he can burn whatever he desires in heck and send it back. In the video, How Long Does Miley Cyrus Have Left? It's been hinted at that Devil has some sovereignty over mortal deaths, or at the very least has knowledge of the remaining time on Earth.
Facebook asks, when are you taking Miley Cyrus home? Well, Adam, Miley's actually got a few years left on her contract before I get to collect, and she has at least one stint in rehab to get through first.
Whether he himself has immortality is unconfirmed. One last power. Did you see that? See how he blinks in place and the room warps and bends? Notice how NerdCity doesn't seem to be affected by this? That's reality warping, or at the very least, illusion creation. And that's kind of it for the Devil. If I would tier him, he's probably 9A small building level, but can potentially get much higher. Look, NerdCity has like 10 videos and only 10% of them have the Devil in them. Leave me alone. Dr. Downvote is a mad scientist and NerdCity's alter ego. Right off the bat, there's multiple instances where he hints to have some sort of connection with hate, and he may be fueled by it, as evidence here, for example.
Would you please excuse me?
Aside from that, most of his powers and abilities revolve around this thing, which I'll be referring to as ITM, the Inside the Mind device. This mind device is strapped onto Dr. Downvote by Nikki, who unfortunately doesn't have enough appearances to warrant an analysis. Please NerdCity use Nikki more. I mean, all I've got in terms of powers is her using a blowtorch once, and maybe expert marksmanship. That's it. ITM gives the mad scientist electric manipulation. The degree of power the good doctor has over this is uncertain, but he is shown to be at least capable of producing arcing electricity at one point from his hands, even without the ITM equipped. Primarily, the ITM grants the Dean of Downvote's mind manipulation, as he is able to quote-unquote get into the mind of RiceGum and DaddyOFive, acquiring their conscience and rationale at a specific space and time. Basically, Dr. Downvote is able to see and think from a target's point of view.
I now understand the mind of a man who would heat his house with the oven when it's cold.
I'll also categorize this as a very, very generous form of space and time manipulation, as Dr. Downvote is technically traveling to a different point of time when he does this. It's a very limited form of time travel, as the good doctor can change what happens or even interact with the people and stuff around him. And with the subject of his videos, you really wish he can. Dr. Downvote has some crazy powers, but most of his powers revolve around ITM. In terms of combat powers, he's pretty limited. 9B wall level. Now, humans aren't the only creatures YouTubers feature in their videos. Animals, especially in vlogs and streams, are a frequent cameo, but they usually just serve as a YouTuber's pet, not really a character. Jacques breaks that mold by being both.
This isn't funny.
An adorable little bird featured in many of JonTron's early works, Jacques is one hell of an aviary ally. What's the most memorable thing about Jacques? The fact that he's a green cheek parrot and he can talk, of course.
Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? Oh, yay.
Anyone else notice this bird can talk? The fuck's that about, right?
A la Meowth from Pokemon, Jacques can communicate with around an average reading level. As an adorable little parrot, he has limited flight with his clipped little wings. It has been hinted and pretty much confirmed numerous times that Jacques is half cyborg, as his eyes glow whenever he speaks.
Are you trying to give birds a worse name than they already have? Has Pigeon Poopenheimer not done enough?
Additionally, he is shown to release loose sparks or straight up explode when overworked. Or overclocked in this case. Assumedly, this cyborg side also gives Jacques a whole slew of powers. Notably, he has the ability to summon and hurl objects, dubbed Quick Time powers. This gives Jacques telekinesis and John a whole lot of distress.
Who's doing that?
My quick time powers. How you liking them?
The little green goober can also fire high-temperature red lasers from his eyes, capable of doing significant harm to a human. He can even wipe memories like Men in Black.
Finally, our chance to redeem.
Erasing memory.
Oh, hey, Jacques, why are you green? Holy crap, a new Banjo-Kazooie game!
Jacques' powers even transcend both his organic and inorganic side, as he is shown to be able to straight up transform into a falcon. I'll also be counting this as either immortality or resurrection.
Bro, the fuck is that?
Oh, hey, Jacques, I thought you died.
Teleportation? He's got that too, through a cell phone no less. He's got a pyromaniac side as well, as he is capable of producing fire from his eyes. But I think Jacques' strongest ability was demonstrated in Mighty Maxed Out, where he invoked some sort of incantation or curse on the cartridge.
Perform the ritual.
Dominus, Animus, Bubidus, I damn you to the level of hell below Roseanne Bar.
Oh, but do not be so quick to judge, for haven't you made episodes in the past that perhaps you were not so proud of?
Now, the exact effect of this curse is unclear. Either it was an unsuccessful destruction spell, or it was the incantation itself that gave life to the cartridge. Either way, that's some real eldritch shit right there. Greenberg gets 8C building level. So we still have the question for this video. The people, and bird, we've discussed so far, have had impressive feats, but who truly is the strongest YouTuber? I think I've found a contender. Darkk Mane, sometimes referred to as Niffin, makes comedy videos, usually League of Legends related. More importantly, his character is this purple-skinned king ghoul and destroyer of worlds. Darkk Mane is extremely strong, unimaginably so, and let me explain to you why. Now, he has two quote-unquote forms, this regular Joe Schmo and his ghoul form. Right off the bat, this gives him superhuman physical characteristics and transformation, as he can freely swap between the two forms. He can make clones of himself, though it appears they despawn after a small amount of time. The wiki, yes there's a wiki, also states that he has regeneration, as he is able to grow new arms whenever they are lost. Dark Maniac is also able to grow to gargantuan sizes to wreak havoc upon us mortals, getting to heights more than 4 times taller than the tallest building in New York's Franciscoville, a fictional city based on presumably New York. If the accent didn't already give it away, I am not American. Thank God. But this looks like One World Trade Center. One World Trade Center is 386.5 meters, or 1,268 feet to you dirty Americans. When stacked, Niffin is roughly 4.5 times taller than One World Trade Center, or 1,658.25 meters tall. That's a little less than 1/3 Mount Everest is tall. Even while in this enlarged state, he has shown enough reactions and combat speed to still be capable of shooting down traveling bullets with his own gun.
Pointing a gun at me. Unfortunately, I would simply take my own gun and shoot the bullets out of the sky. Worthless. Ineffective. 1 out of 10.
Now to the eldritch stuff, the real strong stuff. As an elder god, he also has all types of immortality. Gods don't really die now, do they? Speaking of God, did you know that Darkk Mane is friends with Satan, and by proxy, the devil from Nerd City?
Ah, a man of culture. Obviously, Darkk Mane gets the god tier because he is a god and he's amazing, and you should all buy his merch and follow him on twitch.tv/YouTube
Cinematic Universe. Darkk Mane has the ability to harvest souls and was able to collect 100 souls for Santa Claus.
100 souls! 100 Christmas souls for Santa. If we collect 100 souls, then we can save Christmas.
He is also able to consume said souls.
Real life. And if you die in the game, I come to your house and I kill you and consume your soul in real life. Really, I'm obligated to, against my will. It's in the League of Legends terms and conditions.
What do souls taste like? I imagine it's something minty like Polo. However, it has never been confirmed whether he actually gets any power from the amount of souls he has collected. So far, he has only used it as currency.
Yeah, 100 souls! We did it! We can save Christmas! Now quick, let's get these souls to Santa before time runs out.
Oh, and he is also able to create portals where souls can travel through. Now he sounds pretty strong already, but you ain't seen nothing yet. In this video, he stated to have the ability to
ascend the mortal plane!
Watch on twitch.tv/darkkmane. The maximum potential for this ascension is unclear. However, Dark used a picture of the universe as a background, which implies that if he did ascend, he would rise to at least universe levels of power. Context clues. He is also able to easily defeat Tuba Lord when he was only level 10.
Tuba Lord? I fought this guy when I was level 10. You think he poses even a little threat to me now?
So yeah, 3A universe level. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This type of YouTube video took a whole lot of time to make and is probably just going to be a one-off thing. I'll go back to making my old type of videos after this, but if you did enjoy, drop a comment down below and maybe I'll think about making another one. It's a bit hard to look for suitable YouTube characters that have enough background for me to cover. Like I probably won't be covering Anthony Fantano or anybody like that. But, culture chesta though. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, that's about it. Salamat at mag-ingat kayo.